The today's outline of the class is rational unified process. What do you mean by introduction to RUP? What do you mean by the rational unified process? We see in this today's class. So rational unified process derived from the work on the UML and associated process. So this rational unified process, it brings together aspect of three generic process models. So normally described from the three perspectives. So this rational unified process normally described from the three perspectives. What are the perspective is? One is the dynamic perspectives, a static perspectives, and practive perspectives. In dynamic perspective, that shows the phases over the time. So based on the time, it shows the phases over the time. Static perspective shows the process activities, and practive perspective that suggests good practice. So phases in a rational unified process. So in rational unified process, there are the four phases. One is the inception, elaboration, construction, and transition. All these phases are phase interaction. It shows in the above diagram. So see what do you mean by all the phases, rational unified process. So the first one is the inception phase. So in this phase, establish the business case for the system. So first you have to establish the business case for the system. Elaboration, develop an understanding of the problem domain and system architecture. First you have to understand the problem and the system architecture in the elaboration phase. In the construction phase, you have to system design, programming, and testing. Means system design, implementing, and testing. And in transition, it deploy the system in its operating environment. So you have to put or deploy the system into environments. So these are the various phases of the rational unified process. So RUP iteration. So there are two types of iteration: in-phase iteration and cross-phase iteration. So in the given diagram shows all the phases here: inception, elaboration, and construction, transition. In the above of all these phases to show the phase iteration. So there are two iteration: in-phase iteration and cross-phase iteration. Each phase is interactive with result developed incrementally. So the results are developed incrementally, one by one it developed the results. So cross-phase iteration, as shown by the loop in the RUP model, the whole set of process may be interacted incrementally. See in the given diagram, these are all phases. These are interacted with all the phases and interacted incrementally. So these are the RUP iteration. So static workflow in the rational unified process. What are the static workflow in the rational unified process or RUP? So in the given table, it shows the details of the static workflow. One is the business modeling requirement. The business process are modeled using business use cases. The requirements, actors who interact with the systems are identified, and use cases are developed to model the system requirements. To analysis and design, a design model is created and documented use architectural model, component model, and object model, and sequence model. Implementation, the component in the systems are implemented and structured into implementation subsystem. So automatic code generation from design model helps accurate process design. The next is the testing. So testing is a interactive process that is carried out the conjunction with the implementation. System testing follow the completion of the implementation. Deployment. So a product release is created, distributed to user, and installed in their workplace. Configuration and change management. The supporting workflow manage changes to the system. Project management and environment support the workflow, manage the system development. So all these workflows shown in the given diagram for the RUP process. So next, the rational unified process is a good practice. Why it is a good practice? There are 6 reasons. One is develop the software interactively or manage the requirements, use component based architecture, use visually model the system, model software, verify the software quality, control changes to software. The first practice, develop the software interactively. So the plan increment based on the customer priorities and deliver the highest priorities increment first. So based on the customer priority, so it delivers the software. So the plan increment based on the customer priorities and delivers highest priority increment the first. So first priority, second priority. So based on the priority, it deliver the all the increments. So develop software interactively, manage the requirement, explicitly document customer requirements and keep track of changes to this requirement. So it is main important. So keep track of changes to these requirements. The requirements are always changing. So keeping track of changes to these requirements, that is manage the requirements, use component based architecture, organize the system architecture as a set of reusable components. So you know the software components, so already use that components in other systems, so you have to use once again the software components for building the product. So next, visually model the software, use graphical UML model to present static and dynamic view of the software. So visual model software, so you have to graphically show UML model for presenting static and dynamic view of that product. So verify the software quality, ensure that software meets organizational quality standards. So control changes to software, manage software changing using change management system and configuration management tool. So these are the 6 RUP good practice. Develop a software interactively, manage requirements, use component based architectures, usually model software, verify the software quality and control changes to the software. So the next is design and implementation. What the difference between this design and implementation? So design and implementation. Software design and implementation is a stage in the software engineering process at which executable software system is developed. So for this process, software engineering process at which executable software system is developed by this process. Design and implementation is the stage in the software engineering process at which executable software system is developed. So software design and implementation activities are invariably interleaved. Both activities are interleaved. See, software design is a creative activity in which you identify the software components and their relationship. So what is the components required in that module? So for example, in calculator product, so subtraction is a one module or one components, addition is another component, and multiplication, division are another components. So in which you have to identify the what components are required for that product and what are the relationship between based on the customer requirements. So that is deciding is known as a software design. So this process is called as a creative activity, and implementation is a process of realizing the design as a program. So by writing that program in using programming language, that is called as a implementation. So calculator program you can write in a C language. So that is called as a code implementation. Implementation is a process of realizing the design as a program. Whatever you design in this, what are the components, what are the relationship, so all these are you have to implement it by using the programming language is known as a implementation. So build or buy. So what do difference between build or buy? In wide range of domain, it is now possible to buy off-the-shelf system. So in short form, it is written as a COTS that can be adapted and tailored to the user requirement. In many times, the user requirements, so already developed software can purchase it, so off-the-shelf system. For example, if you want to implement a medical record system, so you can buy a package that is already used in the hospital. So it can be cheaper and faster to use this approach rather than developing a system. So in a conventional programming model, by using any other programming model developing, so the ready-made product is available, so you have to purchase it. Buy a package that is already used in hospital, it can be cheaper and faster to use in this approach. And when you develop an application in this way, the design process becomes concerned with the how to use the configuration features of the system to deliver the system requirements. So build or buy. So all these PPTs are taken from and Somerville. Thank you.